Just wait for a few people coming on. Yeah, all right. My hair's got thicker, you know. I've noticed that since I took all them vitamins and a few months, got thicker in my hair. My helicopter patch is still getting worse.
I'm going look around crazy hell.
It's all I use.
Oh.
Yeah, 15 seconds. Is anyone there yet? Not once for yes and twice for no. Here's someone. Can you hear me? 3 1. There we go. Simon Amber. Hello, Simon, my friend.
Hello, Sam. How are you doing, mate? I hope everything works out right, Sam.
Yeah, I can hear as he said. Yeah,
good lad. Good lad.
Just wait for a few more getting on, sorry. Beautiful weather, isn't it?
So, how would you know? You've been something else while I've been turning the garden over.
The black jacket is easy to tell you. Oh, I can't actually drive it now. It's absolutely murder, it is.
Yeah. Don't mind it.
No. I can tell. I keep up the quick people at the way.
I've always been active, and you know, and that's the way I am. I can't sit about.
Only on these podcasts.
Yeah.
Up there.
I beg your pardon.
Give it a few more. Come on, guys. Come on. Playing with the T-sides. We're going to talk about Terry and his day and what he got up to and everything. It's going to be fun.
Well, Steam Packet days, all the laughs.
Oh, that's going to be coming on.
All the fun I had over the border of being a kid. You know, great times. Marvellous community. Yeah. Great friends. Sadly, many have left us, and I think it's always nice to give them a shout. You know, mention our friends. You know, I've got friends who've died 40 odd years ago. But I still think about them on a regular basis, and good. You know, it's really good.
Come on.
You look like you've got the sun, Terry.
Yeah, I do.
I get like that. He dropped it. It was red hot.
I get the. I do get the sun easy.
Yeah. And a couple more.
My dad was the same. My dad was very tan.
Yeah, Italian. John Elite.
I'm waiting for an holiday. Yeah. I'm waiting for my nephew to come back. I think they want to take me to Ibiza. The oldest swinging in town.
John, I know you're not Italian. I'm just wondering. Good lad, the other week, John Elite, we had. Really lovely gentleman. Gary Taz for
the soldier.
So, when I tell people he's a real life Rambo, he is a real life Rambo.
Yeah.
But he plays it down. He doesn't big himself up and off, and he's just unbelievable.
Do you know what I love? Brian? I love honesty.
Right, here we go. Yeah. Right, we're back again. Brad Crockle's Taxman Show. My pal for a long time. Terry Dicko's back by popular demand. Everyone loves him. Everyone knows him. Terry, can we just go back to when you were a kid? What was the best laughs you had and the bits of fun? And
well, I just see the funny side of everything. And there's one thing for certain, and I'll put my hands up. I was one mischievous little bee. I was up to all sorts, but I've never.
You do look like him off Keslow. People don't know the film. Billy Casper, it was a film about 1964. I think it was something like that. Brilliant film, wasn't it? Yeah.
But and you think about that film, and you think about how people were brought up, and
that's how
that's how we were brought up all the level.
You didn't have a lot of money, did the mums and dads, and you just had to get on with what you did.
A kid in school, bed daft. Well, I was bed daft, you know. I'd climb everywhere for pigeons, risking my life for a skim up the gasworks. But I've always been I've always been very honest and very loyal. I don't kiss people's backsides. I don't look up to people, and I certainly don't look down at people. Sometimes in life we all go through bits of whatever, and, you know. But if you can be honest and true to yourself and help people along the way, I think that's the quality of life. And for me, it was ingrained in from our parents. They're absolutely fantastic parents. But over the border where I was from, most people like that because we were brought up with nothing, and we took advantage of every given situation. The fruit warehouses. Well, first of all, the biscuit factory down on the dock.
So the biscuit factory?
Yeah, well,
made biscuit?
I don't think they made them there. I think they stored them there, but we knew it was the biscuit factory, and it had a fire.
Did you pick up a thing, Mick?
No, we got boxes of club biscuits. Never got a thing like club biscuits. And you know where the old dense wharf was, and we'd go down there, and for years it was there, and we had a fire to check what we want. But it was always an opportunity. But the fruit warehouses down there, and all my friends who were, you know, Nosher Howard, John Graham, Ronnie Ball, and my cousin, all the lads, you know, Sean Simpson, God bless him, been gone 40 odd years. Marvellous people. and we'd go to the fruit warehouses, and they'd drop the wares off about 2 in the morning. Well, you know, you'd have cherry, just everything, every type of fruit. And it got that bad once. We had a fight with plums.
Got sick of eating them.
When they flew, flinging them at the coppers.
All right.
And over the border, you had the border whistle. It was actually blind Frankie's whistle, called Frankie Granger. It was actually blind. And many times I'd see him outside the police public house.
And was that the call to watch out the police?
Yeah. Anyway, whistle. And then the coppers picked up on our whistle and they'd start whistling. The lads that whistled, we made the net so it was quick to get away. There was escape routes everywhere. And we went home, the 2 coppers stood behind the wall. But yeah, marvelous.
You can't say the best days of your life, only when you're just a kid.
Well, but we were stigmatized all our life, Brian. That people would, you know, them lot over there, the this, the that, the other. We were a different breed, I think, and we had 4 heads, or don't go over the boards, a rough joint. But it was a rough place. Of course, where Middlesbrough began, stigmatized all our lives. Now they call it Middlehaven. But anyone of our age knows it's over the border.
Yeah.
And you know, there's good quality of people come from over the border. Although we had feuds, you know, certain families had feuds, and we all have fallouts. Yeah. It's when you get on in life and you get older and you realise to yourself that you don't. It doesn't matter. No. It really is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Yeah. But I've always said this, and I mean this, is that, you know, when I did community projects over there, I loved it. But someone said, "Oh, Teddy, you've done a marvellous job." I put a park in for the kids. Yeah. Built my log cabin, 5-a-side pitch, badminton court, put flowers on, made picnic benches. And I've mentioned this many times, but, you know, this is over 20 odd years. But if you can go out your way and instill goodness into kids and push them in the right direction, they can achieve anything if they put their minds to it. So, you know, instead of people, you know, I've been in pubs many times. People, you go out and people say, "Oh, do you know him? Do you know him? He does this and he does that." And one, you know, I'm in a pub one day and there's a guy said to a friend of mine, Pat Beat, he said to a friend of mine, David Ward, "Don't just talk about it. Be like him. Go and do it." At that time, I was doing the, what they call the Green Tree pub up. Yeah. And nice people, but I don't do it because my dad drank there. The people who took over in the end weren't so nice, and I never got all my stuff back. Yeah. But it was also.
Do you know, when you were doing the project, you were saying the kids helped you, and do you notice that I've helped when I've helped kids and things, when you give them like a pat, like, "Oh, you've done brilliant,"
it's achievement.
Help paint the fence or do something. Yeah. You've done that. Yeah. And they go away proud, don't they?
Well,
so I think you've done what the kids.
I had a fish pond in my garden, and I think the kids were having a little bit of dispute. Anyone make damage that bench, we'll kill them. Yeah. And because I'd instilled the goodness in the make that, but just getting the kids involved, you know, and just I even had a little girl. I don't know how old she might have been, 5-year-old or what at the time, Megan McGuinness. And I'm in my bedroom looking out the window, and I used to give her £1 to pick the litter up on the grass. Just me, my way of giving the kids a quid. Be three or four of them, I'd give them a quid each. And one day I looked out my bedroom window and I seen Megan with a bag of rubbish pouring it on the field. Next one she come me door, Dicko, Teddy Dixon. I went, yeah, like that, like a little old woman. Teddy Dixon. I went, what? She went, I've loaded rubbish out there. I said, "You little twat. Yeah. I've just said you poured it out." Yeah. She said, "No, I have now." Give her the quid. But going out the way and doing things, and you know, and like.
Did you do much with your brothers now, or were your friends more?
No, I was always with my friends, but my brother, I was.
Stephen, innit?
I was
lovely lad.
I was Stephen. It just gone to, I don't know where it is, but it's the highest pub in Britain.
Right.
Someone said near Richmond. I don't know any high ground down there, but it's the highest pub. And they go. They're sleeping in the car. They're going to get drunk and sleep in the car. But I don't know. Bobby's go up there. They'll lock them all up. But yeah, it's my brother's always been a grafter, as well. All our family have, and we've always had good arts.
Yeah, it's a business, doesn't it?
Yeah. He has A1 skip business, Darla skip. Funny enough, you know, I was out with him yesterday. He said, I was down the yard getting some timber for some other bits I had down there. "Oh, you have a run," he said. He took me to Redcar. Yeah. And as we pulled up, was a copper from Middlesbrough Police. Anyway, I had the cap on. And when they pulled the cap off, I went, all right. He went, oh, hello, Terry. I didn't know you were in the skip game. I said, I'm not. It's my brother.
Yeah.
But I'd like to just say that, Bobby, don't ever be alarmed that I know where you live. Because that life's over with me.
Yeah, of course.
I've got a very, I was a crazy, dangerous and daft as a brush at times.
Yeah, but we don't go to people's houses. And
No.
Do we?
Wife and kids always.
Never done that.
Wife and kids always come first. But anyway, you know, like people going on podcasts and they say that this, that, and the other. I've never been into all like that.
Yeah, of course.
I've come on here with Brian. We speak the truth. We speak honestly.
Some bit of fun.
I don't want to mislead anyone. If any kids out there need any support, anyone want any projects doing, and need someone doing, I'm an expert at everything. I'll get stuck into anything and I'll help anyone. And I'm
give him a hammer and nails and build you an ark. I'm telling you, so good he is.
Yeah. But yeah, so I enjoy going on my way and helping people. I'm not in. I don't come on this podcast or any, you know, to put people down. You know, there's plenty of things we can say, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. No. My life's moved forward. I'm not in the habit of slagging people.
Do you think God's been in your life?
Yeah, well, I like in my life, to be honest. I've said before, I was running with the devil, Brian.
Yeah.
I was crazy. I was wild. I was just too wild for my own good. And to be truthful with you, I got 4 years in prison. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
And I deserved it.
Yeah.
I deserved it.
I'm glad you said that, because some people go, oh,
no, I deserved
I'm in jail for now. No, you went to jail because you committed a crime and you got caught.
Yeah, and hey, anybody out there, I was in tears when they shut that door on the night.
Exactly.
And you know what I said to myself? How the F did they end up in here?
Yeah, and you go in there, you don't realise how bad it is until that door shuts and you hear it, you go,
well,
big thud, and you're like in there, it's horrible.
And then you realise, you know, I didn't know where I was, what I was doing, I was blocked. But you're waking up with cockroaches walking on your face. We
were talking to John Elite the other week from America.
Yeah.
Lovely bloke, who's in the mafia and everything. He said the same. He said it was the own, and I said exactly, yes, because you're going to somewhere you've never been. Not a good place to be. It's
not, and I said
doesn't want kids to follow what he's doing.
Any young lads out there, you know, we've been out many times. We had young lads come up to us, and we always have a laugh with them. And you know, when the 80s bar, when I said to the kid, there's Brian and Terry there, and I said, this is the man who pinch your chocolate lightly. Well, the kid was alarmed, shaking. I went,
he's always doing the pigeons. Brian, he's the one who pinches pigeons over that. I've never had pigeons in my life. I'm winding them up. Lee Duffy was the same, wasn't he? Lee was always winding people. He was a funny lad, Lee. He was really, really fast, really quick-witted, really, really streetwise.
And I think that's why I miss him so much, you know. And I think that when people are talking about people, they say, is this, that, and the other. Well, I think it's important. It's important and right that we correct that, and we say about the man that we knew who was our friend.
You know a lot more than me.
Hey, listen.
He loves you, you know that.
Lee done wrong. We can't, and I certainly wouldn't, paper over the cracks and say, oh, you know, he's done this or he's done that. So he's such a nice lad, because he was a twat, just like I was a twat.
Yeah.
But he had a good side, and I think it's important that people get to know that good side, and people realise that all this crap, all this fighting, it doesn't matter.
No.
It's irrelevant. Go out your way and do something correct and do something right. You know, I was watching that a kid from Liverpool who went over to Sierra Leone to give them a water, and do water for them.
Yeah,
marvellous.
Yeah, brilliant.
Credit to the lad. Full credit. I don't have to mention the lad's name.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't like that, but
what a good lad he is.
Good on the kid.
Yeah, he is.
Good on him.
To do that. I say it, Terry. We live the 21st century about sending people to Mars, a dead planet. When there's trillions of pounds going to be wasted, there's people dying of thirst.
Listen, Brian, one of the richest countries for the resources they've got there, and the minerals they've got there, and the British, the Dutch, and you know the French took everything out there. But you know, they reckon it's one of the biggest water reserves underground in Africa.
Yeah, you know, it's the greed of these multi-billionaires could all chip together. Yeah. No one thirst and hunger in this day and age. And people living on the streets, especially these army lads. Like we talked to from Gary the other day, Taz Carroll, and his friends of his, and loads of these army lads suffering.
It's sad. Stress. They don't get enough. They don't get enough care.
Home and lots of them are killing themselves through it. It's terrible. Yeah, all that you can't give more than your life. Yeah, you can't put more than fight for your country. Put your life. Gary got blown up, and he got killed. Could have been killed 100 times. Lovely lad, and he put his life on the line. But they don't seem to think. They don't care enough.
Well, my cousin went out there. He'd done a tour of Afghanistan. Neil Fairclough, my cousin, and I said I wouldn't go. Neil, he said, "Oh, the money's good." I said, "We might get the chance to spend it." But so, you know, like they go out there, they put the neck on the line, the risk and all that. You know, and I think they should be given more. But funny enough, you know, Brian, I was up at the police headquarters over my case I've had running for years.
Yeah.
And it's still going on. I'll never let it go. But anyway, I was up there and a guy pulled up. I told my solicitor to go because him with the patch on his eye, the pirate.
Oh,
Buster.
Buster.
Buster was coming for me. You know he's the pirate. He's still got his patch on his eye.
He says, why do you call me a pirate? It's because you're out.
Anyway, this kid, I can't remember his name. He pulled up. He was in a Jag. Are you all right, Terry? I went, yeah, I'm okay. What are you doing? I said, well, I've just been in there over my son's case, what I've been at for years.
Yeah.
He went, I said, what are you doing? He said, well, there's some land at the back of the police over at Cockerill.
Yeah.
Massive lump of land. And he was turning it into a therapy centre for soldiers. I said, credit straight away. Credit to you.
Absolutely
Good on you. And, you know, whether, you know, I would imagine he's a businessman, you know, but credit to him, you know. I think they can't do enough for them, or they should do a lot more for them, sorry.
I mean, if we be in a war, there's one lad we spoke to, 13 year. He was over there 12 year in the war and been 13 year in the army. And living on the streets with no shoes. Terrible.
Well, I've been all over the world, Brian, and I was in Barbados, and we had a laugh about it, but this big black guy was following us. The soles of his feet were like that with hard skin.
Terrible.
And someone said, swing a bottle. He won't follow us now. I said, well, them soles will crush it.
Yeah.
But big loud mouth on him. And then you see in Rastafarians go up Nelson Street, and they call it the street that doesn't sleep. There's a guy on a bike, and his beard, dreadlock beard, down to the floor.
Yeah.
And I just, you know,
watching and you're caught in that wheel.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you look at things and you think to yourself, what have they got in life?
Yeah.
You know, they've got nothing.
And they're still happy though, I know.
Well, I was in Gambia in Africa, and the home, I'm not being disrespectful, I've seen better sheds on allotments at Winniebanks when I was there and other places. Yeah. It was a mud floor. And of course we give them, you know, you look after people. But these kids were sleeping there, but you got to say this as well. Them kids are always smiling, always happy. Yeah. Just you see it on the telly.
That's because God's in there. A lot of them are all Christians over there.
I believe in that. I
think they're happy because they've got God, they've got nothing. But they've got
faith. They've got faith.
The faith, that's the most important thing. If you've got faith, then you've got everything. Because you can obviously rely on God. He's all with you. You do your prayers. Me and Terry have done prayers and they've come true every time, haven't they?
I know when I ask for it, I usually get it. And people think, oh, is he off his box or whatever?
You can't ask for wealth. You can't ask for a lottery ticket. You can't think now. You can ask to give me peace. Let me be happy. Things like
well, I'll be honest with you, Ben. I thought I'm skint this week. I could do the feel good Lord, and it's come.
Yeah.
And I'm thank Lord.
Oh, we have.
Thank you very much.
We've done that.
Yeah. Not answering the day, though, are you?
We had our friend round last night, Tony Grange. He's a brilliant bloke.
Yeah, lovely guy.
He's really. He installs in goodness in people. Yeah. He loves everybody.
If you're watching Tony, you know we all can ask God for help. If you're asking, I might come and do your garden.
Well, he's done his own. He's done it good. We've been up, haven't we? Haven't we been up there a few times?
Well, I myself walked in because I was walked in to do.
Yeah, Tony Granger
and it was
there.
A lot smaller.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of hard work.
It's like building in the Amazon.
You should have told me because I love to volunteer.
Tony Granger and his wife sitting like that. So Terry Dicko's on his way.
Tony, can you read that? Terry Dicko's volunteering.
Well, look at this way. Look at this way. Look at the goodness what he's done. He was out. He's a lad about town.
Brilliant.
He's gone out his way. He's now his pastor.
He has
his church. And credit to him.
I love Tony because he tells you the truth.
And that's what I like.
He just tells you the raw truth. He doesn't have no embarrassment, no nothing. He tells you the truth.
People shouldn't be ashamed.
People
should be.
Who hasn't sinned cast the first stone? That's one of the first things I always say. You get people live in greenhouse, live in their glass houses, throw stones. But at the end of the day, we're all in the same world. We're all in the same boat. We all bleed. We all cry. We all should be helping each other. That's what we should be doing.
Well, I think this
COVID's coming to an end now, as you know, and it's time now to start helping each other again. I think I really do. All this depressing people have had sitting about the house. We've got Steve Norton coming on next week, who's a psychologist.
Yeah,
absolutely clever man.
I wonder what he'll make of me.
Kev Kilties knows him really well. He said he's he's really good.
Yeah.
The full trained therapist. We've had him before. He's a brilliant lad. He's coming on. We're just getting good people all the time coming on.
And you know that's the positive.
We've got your friend coming on, Stewie Armstrong as well.
That's Stewie's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
And there's another thing with Stewie. I've got to say thank you and thank you very much, Stewie. I wrote the book for my little girl, and Stewie's. You know, I couldn't get it finished, but God bless Stewie. He said, "I'll do it for you, Terry." It's only 29 or 28 pages about the insects in the garden, which she absolutely loved.
Yeah.
But I've let her down, and I've got to get it done.
No, you haven't let her down. It's just that it just doesn't happen.
No, well, yeah, it didn't happen. I'm not going to go into the detail why.
We all let her down. But
but
we got you better than that now.
Of course. Look, he said, I said, someone said, we're not going into that. You know, I'm not giving anyone any space. I've got nothing bad to say about anyone.
You're doing good, yeah, and people are loving it. That's how so many people are watching it.
I wish everyone happiness and love in life. And my life's totally changed. Even though I am in the dugout today with my little missus.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of trading her in, you know. She'll come running. Oh, Terry, I'm sorry. Oh, come here, darling, give us a kiss. Get out of it. Only kidding.
He is a joker.
That just got me out the house another 3 months.
The doghouse is broke. You can fix that. You can stay in hours if you want. The dog thing's coming down. You just know about that, yeah. It's another job for him.
You know,
we wanted Run Ragged. He's a great kid.
Sometimes you just can't win with a woman.
No, you can't. Can you, Emma? You've got to agree to disagree. Yeah. But kidding aside, everyone would just we'd have the good day today. It was fantastic.
Sometimes, you know, you just take the blame. It's easier.
Yeah,
it really is easier. Just take the blame.
Our friend Bram's been on the phone.
Yeah,
he's a lovely lad.
He's
like a son to me.
I'd like to say, sorry, Brian.
Yeah,
I'd like to say a big hello to my old pal, Steve Bell. I never text you back still. I've been busy. Sorry about that. But look, bygones are bygones, mate. You know, I've done you a favour.
We love Steve Bell, don't we?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Yeah. You know, you're my pal and that's it. Life's so short, as you said.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best, mate, and take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So come along, Brian.
We're going back to when you were a kid again. Say, what was the most scariest thing as a kid? Can you remember that?
To be honest with you.
Yeah. Was it probably having to go with your dad when you were
No, I had marvellous parents, and you know, I was defiant kid, but just determined kid.
Was it going to jail maybe then? Was that the scariest probably time?
No. Yeah, it was the unknown, but I tell you what was for me being a kid, being scared. Look, I'm 64 coming up, and yes, I look well. I wear the oily old lady. It was not too late, but I was petrified of the dark. Right. Petrified of the dark until in my 20s as well. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I have an uncle called Peter Robinson. And he'd lock us in the cupboard, get in there, you little whatever. He'd lock me in the cupboard. And then go, woo, the bogeyman's out there. Dickie Dark. I didn't know Dickie Dark.
Dickie Dido from Stokesley.
Well, if you're out there, we've been on the phone. If you're out there, Dickie, you're ass scary.
Yeah.
Well, good lad, good friend.
Yeah, he'll be
and if you want rid of your dog, just tie to his gate post.
Yeah.
He'll sell the fastest.
He's the only man I know could sell you the dog.
10 times.
And an hour later, the dog was back in his house. he had the dog straight to come back to his house.
I thought when his pigeons done that.
He'd go, best dog I've ever had. I'm telling you. I went in the pub one day, we were all sat there, Lee Duffy and that, and we were all having a laugh. And I went, don't mention dogs, pigeons, and horses. I'm sick of hearing about them. So for 20 minutes, they all sat. Nobody said a word of it. I'm just talking about the betting and pigeons.
How's your dog, Dickie?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. All the travellers were up there. It was funny. Yeah, me and Lee went. Lee was on there. He couldn't go to Teesside. Yeah. We used to go up there with Sean Day was there.
Well, I was up there.
Mark Hartley.
Well, I was just going to mention Mark there. I was up with my brother there.
Brilliant lad, Mark.
Last week. I had a run with my brother.
Fantastic.
And lad. we went past Mark's, and I said, "There's Mark, and we're coming back. There's Mark on the front."
Yeah, good lad. Yeah. He's really nice lad.
I've had some laughs on the lovely lad.
Me and Sean used to go and see him when he was a kid.
Well, because
he'd eat ice creams Liam when he was a kid, but he came a top fighting. Lovely lad. He's got his he's into Jesus as well now.
Well, because of Brian, well, I mentioned earlier on, he went in the army, he went to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
He's married to Mark's daughter.
Oh, right.
Whether they're still together, I don't know. But, you know, But yeah, it's nice to get back with people who you haven't seen for a long time.
It is. I mean,
You know,
people like, people. I'm not causing trouble with you. A lot of people that fell out with family members and things like that. But the worst thing you can do is you fall out with them and then they pass away, and then you don't see them. You regret it for the rest of your life.
I lost my brother 31 years ago, O'Brien. Died by heart attack. I still shed tears for him.
Yeah.
It was a memoriam on the. I beg your pardon. It was a memoriam on the 18th of March. My mum's on the 13th of March. God bless her. I just think as me and my brother Stephen are friends again.
Yeah.
Life's too short.
Of course, I've said that.
So anybody out there who, sometimes it's hard and difficult. I've said to family members, look, let's just forget it. I got told to go and do one.
Yeah, but things in life are hard. Get over them and let's make amends on sometimes.
Well, some people can't do that. Look, you're a better person if you say, look, I'm sorry, I'll take my responsibility.
I've done things before. I've had fights where I've hit somebody that's been the wrong person or grabbed someone and shouted at them. I've gone back, apologised. Well, bought them flowers and given them chocolates, you know what I mean?
Well, I was out the other week and the kid asked, where are you from? It was his job up at Destin. Yeah. Just having a run with my brother. And he said, I said, where are you from? He said, I'm from Yam, or so and so, and got mentioned chatting away. Knew the lads I know and chatting away. I said, do you ever go to Steam Pack? He went, oh, you what? I went to Steam Packet one night and that big begins with B, starts with B, and all the way through B. He walloped me. He walloped him. And then he went, look at the gash there. It was him. I said, look, he's a good lad. He'll apologise. No, I did. He couldn't. He probably bought me a drink. I said, that's Brian. I said, maybe he's gone away, son.
Yeah, when you're fighting sometimes, the clubs are packed, especially with Teddy's, and you'll be fighting someone. If somebody's coming in, boom, you just throw a punch.
Yeah.
And
that's when they're grabbing your arms.
Oh, the worst thing.
And that's when the other one banging into you.
Well, the worst thing that somebody can do is if they grab your arms, you can't defend yourself.
Yeah.
So grab their arms, not my arms.
And that's right, and then they're doing all the shouting afterwards.
Yeah.
Jordan Nixon said, can you give Lee Elliott a shout out because all he does your tip of the day. So just to Jordan Nixon and Lee Elliott.
Jordan Nixon, Lee Elliott, we love you a bit, son.
I love you more, even though you didn't mention me.
Yeah, great. It's great. We get people coming on wanting to request.
Yeah, that's good. It's nice to show people out.
People do it. That's for money. I do it for nothing. I want to go on and say, happy birthday today for me, Brian Cockerill, just to be nice.
That's a goodness if you can do that. Look, we've all done things wrong. We all regret things. But what is wrong with giving someone a shout out?
Yeah, no,
there's nothing wrong.
I'll just like to say hello to Rob Holloway and tell Danny I hope he's out soon. He's pal Danny.
Oh, you mentioned him. Yeah.
Hello,
Robbie. You're all right, mate.
Yeah, he's pal Danny. He's my pal as well now. He's getting out soon, so we're going to be seeing each other. I can't wait to see him. He's a really good kid.
Well, so, I don't know what the situation is at this moment, Brian. But our other friend, Charlie Bronson. Wish you all the best, Charlie. I don't know what's going on with your role.
Yeah.
Twins double on here, he's saying hello, and he's from Sheffield. His dad was from Piper, but he lives in the USA. He's just drove through Dallas and that, so I mentioned our friend who lives there.
Oh yeah,
in Oklahoma.
David.
He's watching as he said loves the show and that.
Oh,
so
brilliant!
As in America.
That's brilliant. So
was that David Ashton, Paul?
No, just another
bloke.
Hello, mate. You all right, mate? Dallas is that? That's where they are. Dallas, is it? In the show.
Yeah, like a rhinestone cowboy.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
Yeah, nice show.
People from Australia, Canada, America, all the world watch it. People from everywhere. We're going global now. We're everywhere. Just waiting for the Eskimos to just say hello. They can't get the animals killed. Yeah. We're in everywhere.
I think it's credit to you, Brian, what you're doing. And I think what people can understand, or I beg your pardon, where you've gone from the violent background,
Of course.
But you were never a bully. You were, you were a fighter. Yeah. And if you didn't go look for it, if it come for you, dealt with it. And I think that's how a lot of us have been. Yeah. I was only a little lad, so I had to pick half a wall brick up or something to make me bigger. But whatever, that's in the past. Embarrassed, ashamed of me past life.
Yeah.
Paul Bree gets like, isn't he getting the shout out? So you say it to Paul Bree.
Paul Bree, hello mate, how are you doing, son? Yeah, if there's any more there want to shout out,
hello, Paul. Take care of yourself, lad.
Yeah. Any more there? So we'll just ponder what we're talking about.
Quite a few.
30 minutes have gone already.
This is a podcast with a difference.
Of course it is.
It's like, there's nobody on here bad mouthing anyone. There's nobody down to put people down. I wish everyone happiness and love, and credit to you. But what I will say is that, if you can go your way and do a good turn, that's God's goodness.
Of course it is.
You go and do that, and make someone else happy.
Yeah, and then what you say to that person you help, you
pass
it on.
Yeah,
you pass it on.
Yeah.
And that way, one day, everyone's helping each other. What we run here to, we come on here, we don't get paid for it, we don't get nothing. We come on here to make people's life a bit happier, and people are happy, especially this lockdown. And people are still watching, they love the show. They're all asking for Terry or Kevin, because they really know the area and the people. The old school, they're loving it.
But they're asking after me more than Kevin. I need to know.
Yeah, they are, Terry, yeah.
Hello, Kevin. I know you're watching. I'm only joking.
Yeah. Amazing Twin Stubble said thank you for that. He currently lives in El Paso, Texas, 5 miles
from the West Texas town of El Paso.
I fell in love with the Mexican girl.
We all sing that, don't we? Yeah, we all. Marty Robbins. Am I right, twins?
Yeah, Marty Robbins, yeah.
Good song, that, yeah.
I picked the good one. It looked like a good one.
That's the one, Terry. We've got the trio now. We do a trio, so we do it in the car for that.
I've seen you, sir.
I couldn't sing the same behind Paul. I'm laughing and joking. Everyone likes it.
I've seen you. I was in the bus up there down the floor. Have you gone? No,
I'm all the way on. I'm saying, yeah, but you're making everyone laugh because you're having the fun. I don't know half the words. I'll make my own words up. That's what's fun about it. But the thing is, what we do in this podcast, what other people don't do, is we do the mistakes. If somebody does something wrong, somebody farts on it, whatever, we'd still leave it on. It's just we leave it this raw. We don't mess about taking this out and putting that in and taking comments out, putting that on. We just leave it raw.
What I don't like is the old ones. He said, I said, someone said. I know what I've said. I know I'm honest and I'm straightforward. I'm not here to call or condemn people.
No.
So when I go out, Brian, I've said this before, and people, I don't know if you're aware of this, but what I always say is when I go out, people say, hey, Terry, have you heard this? Have you heard this? Have you heard that? And I say, stop.
Yeah.
If you're not going to tell them, please don't tell me. I'm not interested in gossip. I don't want to know about bad news. I'm not interested at all. A guy once said to me, look at him over there at the bar with a walking stick. He's got a book. He's on the invalidity. I said, and so what? Well, he puts his walking stick down and plays pool. I said, get away from me. Get away from me.
Horrible, vindictive people.
Yeah.
But what
Frankie Paul sends his best to you.
Oh, Frankie.
Hey, Frankie, mate.
Frankie, long time no see, me old pal.
He's not on, it's Michael Hall. Michael Hall's passing the message on and said he hopes you're keeping well as well, Brian.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael. Yeah. Very good.
Love Frankie. Love Frankie.
Love.
But yeah, Frankie, good crack. The other mate, Dean. Good lad, Dean.
Yeah, we know.
God bless him.
All from all over the place.
Yeah.
We know people everywhere.
Peter Lee, Frankie,
right.
but all good lads.
Good lads. Vince
Paul was his brother.
That's right.
Someone said, can you say hi to Sean to currently in recovery?
Hello, Sean. I hope you get well soon, mate. God bless you.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Wish you all speedy recovery. Wish everything worked out right.
Yeah. Yeah, hope everyone's enjoying themselves today. Beautiful weather, isn't it, Terry?
What a beautiful day.
God's amazing. God does exist. And Jesus says, ever walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll feel no evil.
And that's right.
That's what you've got to remember. He's with you all the time. If God's in your heart, that's a shield. That shield there, you can't get through, can't penetrate it. And Jesus will save you. And Jesus, if you walk in the footsteps of Jesus, you can't. He's the greatest man that ever lived.
And I've walked through the valley of the shadow of death, and I didn't feel evil, but I've got God in my life, and I'm happy where I am.
But I don't want kids
people want to condemn Brian or say, oh, well, this, that, what about this? No, it doesn't matter. If you want to believe what you want to believe,
that's okay.
Good on you. If you don't want to believe, that's okay as well.
Yeah.
But I always say to people, just try and go along your way, do something, even if it's opening the door for an old lady. Just try and do something good and positive in your life, and you'll find it makes you feel better, makes you feel good.
You got to bed the other week when you found that money in the taxi.
Yeah.
And it was all over.
It was an old woman's pension, God bless her. 150 quid, I think it was, and God bless her. But funny enough, I'd lost my phone the week after, and the same taxi firm, which is Royal Card, which our friend,
Shab and Marv and all that, and everybody. What's that place called?
I can't remember, but you will get out.
Shab, it's just near the Royal Taxis. They've got a new place there.
It's on the bottom lane.
Marvellous, isn't it?
Marvellous. The food out this world, the seat and everything. It's going to be a shish kebab upstairs. Absolutely fantastic lads. Royal Taxi, the owners.
Can you ask the lads
They're all my brothers. Yeah.
Can you ask the lads if they think what's missing today's community are the old school types that made sure there were consequences for lads doing wrong, like robbing elderly and stuff? So he's asking what's missing from today's.
I think what it is, no respect. I think the respect's gone out with them. Well, when we were brought up with kids, you wouldn't dare be cheeky. They'd say, well, I was coming to your mum, see your mum. You think, oh, my mum's going to go mad. There's no respect. The kids are just left to do. I think what the kids are just left to do what they want. And the cheeky kids now. We wouldn't dare talk on the kids. Go
to school to get bonus points if they're good.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I was disruptive in school. And if I'd be here, I think I got maths twice a week. Twice on the day.
Did you get the cane in school?
No, I wouldn't hold me hand out. I would defy you. No, I wouldn't. No, you're not kidding me. And I just do one 3 days later, go back now, was said. But I wouldn't hold me hand out, no.
Right.
And but to get bonus points.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think that's wrong. You know, that's wrong.
Yeah.
L71, who's a big fan of ours.
Oh, he's a good lad, yeah.
He said, right, how are you doing my exercise today with my lad, with his son? He's 59 today, thank you, and God bless. So it's happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
mate. Thank you very much, mate. I know you always follow me in there. Yeah. Thank you very much. And God bless you.
How old is he?
59 today.
59. I'm 64 on the 15th of May. I'm going to send someone round to give you the bumps.
He said this so people send cards to him and get him a drink. And he'd be in the what is it, the green tree?
64. My missus is 31. But to tell you what, I think I'm going to have to trade her in. I hope she's not watching it.
That's a ball for a 6 month.
No, I'm not getting back in that.
Digging yourself deeper and deeper.
I'm going back to my own house.
It costs you a fortune to get in that house.
Richard Wild said hi to you. Does he remember me from Body Mix and working with the Cosy?
Yeah, I do, Richard. Yeah, mate, of course I do. Yeah, I remember the old days. That was up the stairs, wasn't it? Body Mix upstairs, wasn't it, Middlesbrough?
He's got to go now. He said he's going to tune in next time. Stay safe.
No problem, mate. God bless.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's American lads.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Brian and Terry from Glasgow. So that's Darren Alton.
Darren Alton, all right. I was born just down the road from you, about 8 miles, called Court Bridge. Up your way, Court Breg. So, but get some tatty scones on for me and some stories, and I'll be up there, mate.
Well, it looks like I'm going camping.
Yeah. Only the Scottish fella know what that means.
You won't, well, I don't think they're giving much away. They're a bit like that up there.
Yeah. Gary Carroll will be coming. I'll go to Gary to get some stories off him. He knows how to cook. Yeah, good lad, Gary.
It's a great channel, so
yeah, thank you very much, anyone.
Because this is turning into a bit of a questions one, isn't
it? It's a good one. All questions answered.
You know, when
there's no, I won't have to speak to me, barrister. Don't worry about this one.
Yeah.
I think there's a question.
You got a day off, David.
Yeah.
I think there's a question for Terry about over the bar that I've seen earlier. Let me have a look. So what asked, do you think Fury or Joshua?
Me, I think Fury will definitely outbox him. I like Joshua, don't get me wrong, but I think he's a little bit stiff, a bit chinny, and I don't think he's got the stamina to go. He hasn't got the boxing skills.
I think Tyson Fury is absolutely.
I think he's mad.
You know, he comes out with things. He's not as
flamboyant, and
he's not. He's not. You know, he's come out with things in the past, and I think he's been misread.
When I was,
I think a lovely man.
When I was, we were going to see Peter through AJ, the lad Jamie, the other Team Fury. They've offered us to go down there, but I think Tyson Fury's one of the person helped me get off the crack, because he came out and said, "Look, I suffer from mental health. I feel like doing myself."
Credit to him.
I thought if he can say it and I can do it, and that's one of the reasons I come out, because of what Tyson said, and Mike Tyson and George, you call him Frank Bruno.
Yeah,
they were on the crack, they were on the drugs. So we're not saying Tyson, but he was on drugs, and he's come out and told the truth. How would you feel? You can, if you've got 100 million,
well, that's what I said.
It doesn't matter how much money you've got, because that's once that storm comes, it's there. That depression, and then you can get it. A 5-year-old, a 95-year-old, it's a horrible thing to have.
Well, can I say this, Brian? Is that you know, depression is a horrible thing, and I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and I get flashbacks. I've got a massive story to tell, and I will tell it one day. But the issue is that people, if Tyson Fury can come out and say what he said, and you know where he's come from death's door.
Yeah, he's
so where he was, then he put all that weight on, and he come back.
To come back,
credit.
That weight, what he had on was unbelievable. He was really bad. He was ill. You could see he was ill, but at least the man had the credit to come on. You know that night when he went down. I'm not going to put my hand up. I didn't think he was going to get back up when Deontay Wilder hit him.
Yeah.
But Jesus was in him that night, and that's why he's a Christian, and that's why he got up that floor, and he got back up, and I think he won that fight.
Do you know what I love as well, Brian? You know, he's got his team. Yeah, he's got his team around him. You know what I love? I love his father.
Yeah.
I think his father comes out, says it as it is.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the fella down the road wanting fights.
He doesn't need to do all that.
You've done your piece there.
He's been there, legend, been there, and his son's, what he's done with his son is unbelievable. It's just phenomenal. And Peter.
Martin Adams has just got out of hospital due to testicle cancer. No. So he said, could you give a shout out for cancer awareness?
Yeah, of course. People should get checked as well, men, especially prostate cancer. A lot of people getting to 50 should get checked out, but it's a bad thing. But I hope you get well soon. So
yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah.
Hey, Carol.
Hey, Carol. You
Hello,
all right?
Carol, you're all right.
Any more questions why I've interrupted them?
Yes, she rudely interrupted us.
It's a nightmare trying to get a word in edgeways with these two, so hurry up while you've still got the chance. So
here we go.
Somebody said, let me have a look at this photo of the border, because there was about 3 questions there, but
yeah, because they have the question until you get answers.
Yeah.
That's where he's from.
Wish you'd open the packet again, Terry. One of them said that's Dicko. And then another one said, where is it? And you asked Terry if he has any stories about Borough and Ayresome Park. I'm a Borough fan from Dublin.
I was never into football, and you know, Johnny Woodgate's a lovely lad, and Stewie Downing.
Yeah, Stewie's
lovely lads. But I was never into football, and all the lads. Brian Andrews and John Gallogly, brother-in-law, took me to Borough playing Aston Villa. And when they scored, they dragged I'm in between them, dragged me about. What's the matter with they've scored? Yeah. Didn't matter to me. I was never into football.
I can tell you one story. My dad was a Middlesbrough football fan. He took me. My auntie lived in just near Ayresome Park, and we went to see George Best play for Borough that night.
Yeah,
it was my testimonial match.
And there was that many women turned up.
Yeah, I don't know. I was only about
14
or 15. I went to see George Best. He was absolutely outstanding for me. Best footballer of all time.
Well, a Borough legend, and I've got to say this, and I had a joke with one of my pals, Paul Manders, on about him and my mate Robert Suggett. Hello, Robert, Paul. Anyway, on about Borough and all that, and all as I said, I know Manders. You pinch Wiggum's sheepskin coat. He was renowned for walking on the top with no sheepskin coat on. But,
Paul Metz has said it'll always be called Over the Border at Wim, not Middlehaven, but can't wait for the pub to reopen.
That's right.
Yeah, good.
It's like people, they have pubs, they'll call it like, say, the Blue Diamond or something. They'll call it something else, they'll call it the Red Star or something. You got the Blue Diamond.
Yeah,
they always keep
the older generation. I like that, and people use it.
Right, another question for you both. Do people try and start fights with you because of your notorious names or whatever?
Not really, no. I wouldn't say that. I don't think we've had
our generation shows respect, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
This generation. I feel sorry for the younger ones.
Yeah, younger ones now. But when we had fights in the old days...
I'm not quick with the tongue. Yeah. I can get myself out of bending. I'm not quick, I'm thinking the 10 of lead, but... But no, we don't get in trouble.
No.
People, you know, like you are, Brian, I know I certainly are. We're very approachable, and
I always say when I go to a pub with me,
I like to entertain.
Having that name. I'm not trying to big myself up, obviously who I am. I always go in and show the young lads, 20-year-olds, now that you look well, keep your up, son, you're shaking hands, I'm Brian, blah, blah, blah. And you go in and you make them feel at ease. You don't want them stood there scared. What's good about that? What's good about frightening people?
Nothing about it.
So what you do when you go and you're meeting more friends every time you go, nice, be polite.
Because what they say, they'll tell the mate, hey, I'll be
tell the night when we went to the party and I ended up cleaning.
Oh yes, it's a salt pen.
Yeah, we went, me, you and
Chris Yevo.
And
where have you been?
We've been the Purple Onion. Me, you and them. Anyway, we went in there. We went back in Bensley and our mates. And we went in.
He was a big lad. He was a copper.
He was a copper. He was a cat. But he used to be an ex-policeman.
He was a nice fella.
Yeah, he was alright, but he got paranoid.
I didn't know he was a copper or ex-copper or whatever he was. You know,
I ended up bloody washing up all the pots.
You
and
washing
the floors and everything.
Yeah.
We've got Britain's article supposed to, allegedly, one of the hardest men in Britain. He's
washing the pots. The little old chamber mate.
But it's nice to be polite, and if you've done out wrong,
I see that, but that's a story.
I'll put my hand up.
That's the story, Brian, where people can get away. But
they'll all tell you that story.
Dublin, Ireland is saying hi to you, both people from Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, hi to Dublin. That's where my family originated from.
I'm Irish descent myself.
Bobby Sutherland, can you shout hiya?
Hi there, Bobby. You all right, mate?
Who was that?
Bobby Sutherland. Yeah, hiya, Bobby.
Rob.
Can you say hi to Darryl Wilkinson, currently training in the gym after chemotherapy for 6
Oh, good on you. Good on you, Darryl. Keep it up, mate.
Absolutely amazing.
Keep it up. Get yourself back strong. Wish you all the best and we support you.
Yeah, just don't go too far. Just take it easy, mate, because you will get it just slowly. And that's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, good on you. Credit to you.
But
people like you,
and
you know.
Just like somebody said to me today, just on my channel, my YouTube channel, we're up to nearly 6,000 now. But people just push the button, subscribe. It doesn't. You don't have to pay for nothing. It's all free. But it helps the channel go up and it helps us get to see more people. And they'll talk to that one, tell them we help people with mental health. We're not just.
And that's what you said.
We're not just on here to talk today.
Yeah.
Emma and me will give them tip of the day for mental health, tip of the day for training. We've got all different things. There's all different videos on there. Yeah, just subscribe, please. It's all free. But I'd just like to say, Dave, hello, mate.
Good evening, chaps. Looking and sounding good as but Terry, if you don't answer your phone now, fairies over.
I've been trying to get hold of you, Dave.
Dave, I was in jail with him.
I
was in jail with him. I was on one side, he was on the other. And he was Brian Cockerill, and everyone would show up in the jail. We were talking, there's like about 60 on that side, 60 this, and they were going, it's a bit late now, Brian, isn't it? And I said, well, get the effing bed. Kids, I said, they'll just stay up and me and Dave will laugh. And then he put that, I've got a burning real fire with Johnny Cash. Put it on about 10 times.
Down, my ring's on fire.
You never forget that.
Yeah, Mark.
Great lad.
Mark, I'm not on that number. I don't know my new number. You can get off Brian.
Yeah, contact us on the Facebook, wherever, and we'll give you.
Yeah,
good laugh, Dave.
But I've been trying to get hold of you, mate. I still know your address, number 40, Redwood.
He's married now, isn't he? So
yeah.
Doesn't matter know us now, mate. Fingers.
Yeah, nice to hear you from you, Mark. Take care, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
So Dublin, Ireland, Dublin, Brian, were you born in Ireland, and Terry, and whereabouts if you were?
No, I wasn't born in Ireland, but my great grandparents were born there. In Ireland, and the name's McGivern, and Irish is McGivern, and the Scottish one's MAC, so Mac is Scottish and MC is Irish. But my family moved to Scotland to get work up there, and I was born in Scotland. My dad was Scottish and my mum was Scottish.
Well, that's what they done. That's what they done with us. And
on Cockerill, yeah.
Well, I'm from over the border in Middlesbrough, which is so people who don't know, it's called St. Hilda's. It's where Middlesbrough began, and how Middlesbrough began is because Middlesbrough is the biggest implosion of people coming looking for work. The Scotch, the Irish, the Welsh, and English coming to Middlesbrough to find work. Right. They found iron ore in the hills, Balco Vaughan. Massive Irish Catholic community. My mum was a Catholic, my dad was a Protestant, but I went to Protestant school. But massive. But I have a grandmother called Katie Carney, famous name in Ireland. But yeah, we're Irish descent.
Yeah. All my family, there's thousands of them in there, Cockerill called McGivern. So, and our friend Gordon Gallis, brilliant lad from there, Cockerill.
This Mickey Murphy said, "Do you ever worry about your past if it comes back to bite your asses, guys? I'm not being funny."
No.
So I just said, "You've never done anything wrong for people to want revenge."
I haven't done any. I've only had fights with people. Fist fights, and the people I've had fights with are either dead or befriended me, and we're all friends now. You don't do gangs and things like that.
If you're good and decent, people see me and they see you, they smile.
Yeah.
And that is.
Well, I've lived in this house. I've lived in this area now since 1994. And I've never had no trouble at my house. Never. Not a thing. Nothing. So.
Raymond Man, how are you and Terry?
Hello, Raymond. Yeah, great. We have to mention Raymond.
Yeah. How's the dogs?
Raymond. So we love it a bit. Yeah. I've still got to get my car sorted next week. I'll come and see you. But yeah, Raymond's good kid. We had some fun in the old days, didn't we, Raymond? Don't be saying that on here. I'll have to get my Madison involved. But
David, are you there?
Yeah. But me and Raymond good was Speedy.
God bless him. Yeah.
Lovely lads.
I told you, didn't I, the week taxi driver said I'm Speedy's
brother-in-law, isn't it? Yeah.
I said, I'm going to my brother's yard. He said, funny enough, Terry, I know who you are. Yeah. He said, I turned in there yesterday, turned on. Yeah. I was talking about Speedy, God bless him,
Yeah.
How long has he been gone?
God,
20 odd years.
20 odd years. Yeah, I think 90. I got out in 97 jail. I think it was around that time. I think
it's sad. But what people don't realise is that if you keep mentioning it keeps the spirit strong.
Yeah.
And you know, and I think there's so much nastiness out there. There's so many people. He said, I said, someone said.
Yeah.
Get on with your life.
Yeah.
Help people. Have a bit of compassion, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing in my book. Anyway.
Yeah. But no, I don't wish anyone harm. I don't wish anyone hurt.
No,
I don't. I've got people have had arguments and things like that, but it's just an argument. Just let it go. You know, I remember Van Damme's missus.
I couldn't have
Van Damme, you know, Van Damme, he'd done a series,
yeah.
and it was a series he done. It was how we trained and all this stuff. Yeah. He was driving down the road and when I was running with this bloody hayfield. He was driving down the road, sorry, and this car cut him up, nearly hit him. He went, "Here, lad, smash your face," and she went, "Just let it go. You'll never see him again." I thought, she's right. I used to be the same. We shouting at people like, just
walking down the road. Walking down the road with your bed, and someone shouts out the window, "I'll kill you."
Yeah. It's just let it go. It's just a lot of rubbish.
And someone said, "Hi, Brian. You obviously don't know me, but I grew up in Hutley Spring, and I always had admiration for you and what you stood for. But I love what you stand for now. I grew up on the Rainton site. So
yeah.
What do you call him?
He's called Alistair McKay.
Alistair, you'll know our friend from there, Betsy.
Yeah.
So this goes out about my friend Betsy, and well, he's my nephew's friend, and I met him through my nephew Craig Nettle and Netzer. Very good friends. Yeah. Just shared the room together in the Hotel Kirk Leventon.
Yeah. Cheers, Alistair, mate. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, mate.
There's another lad up there, Donald Carr. I remember. I was in the pool school with him. That was when I was a naughty boy as well.
Thomas Hawkins said, "You're looking good, lads. You're on early tonight."
Yeah, well, I tell you what, that 20 quid will be in the post tomorrow, mate.
I've got a date later on.
Keep up the good work, everyone's saying.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Friendship and loyalty and respect is more important than money anyway.
Well, we've always been like that. We've always been like that.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't. I don't look up and down to anyone. You certainly don't. And if you can help someone, I keep repeating that. You know, because I genuinely, sincerely mean it.
Can you say hi to Dan Story?
Hi, Dan Story, mate.
Hello, Dan.
I hope you're having a great weekend, mate. Oh, fantastic.
Hello, Dan.
What was the most people? Hold on. There, what's that? Carol said she loves the banter.
Yeah. Well, she's old school, isn't she, like us? So that's how she knows what's going on.
Great hearing you so happy you are, Brian.
Really happy. That's because my wife as well, not because of Terry.
I thought we were only caught.
Just kiss me. Not in front of the people.
Not in front of our audience.
Get more questions in.
Yeah, keep the questions coming. So getting back to the people, about people getting jobs and things. You're right, because we lived in Redcar, me and Emma.
Yeah.
And when I went there as a kid, when I was 18, I used to go as a kid when I was like 5, 6 years old. My nana lived Dolby Close, lived at Redcar, and I moved over there when I was 17, 18. I got a flat and I stayed in the Lakes Estate, they call it, with my Uncle Tam and Frank. You know, Tam, John, and
I've met the three of them. No disrespect, Sam and John. Frank's my favourite. Hello, Frank. We'll be meeting up again soon. I think you'll be the stocky arms at Redcar, mate.
Yeah.
The drinks on me.
Yeah, so I went there as a kid, and that's where I started my training, the bodybuilding. That's where I got the jobs and all. But nearly most of the people in there were all Scottish, loads and loads of Scottish were there.
Well, as well as certainly with Redcar, there's a lot of people dig there as well. We're working in the chemicals.
Yeah, that's right.
ICI and that.
Like the
contractors
and stuff like that. Yeah, loads of Scottish. What do you call when they work on the scaffolders? And what steel erectors?
That's right. Yeah.
Dublin Ireland has said people rob for money, but loyalty is free. Charlie, Darren Elton, I live right next to Courtbridge, Brian. Have you ever been back, mate? Yeah, I've been back. I've not been back since I was a kid. From Monklands, Townhead, that's where my family live. Michael Clarkin again, another one saying, love now, happy to see you, Brian. I was taxing change today. There's no taxing these days, mate, because in the old days, there was only so many drug dealers in every town. Now there's thousands in every street. Every street's got a drug dealer, but the thing is as well, the ones now, there's cameras everywhere and they go to the police, and so it's not worth it. Even if you could make £1 million a day, it's not worth it, because
the police have got that much technology. Like you've just
he wouldn't do it anyway.
I wouldn't do it anyway. I wouldn't advise anyone to do it. The taxing's finished. It's an old thing. But
people
who are doing it now, they're not lasting to it. They're getting chopped up.
Yeah,
and
the
killed.
people, because, and the thing is as well.
I'm laughing at Carol because someone was repeatedly asking how many people could Lee Duffy fight on his own or at once, but he kept repeating it. Yeah. But I ignored it, and then Carol said, Charlie Fellows, as many who were in front of him or who wanted to rumble him. LOL.
I've got to mention this as well before I forget, is that I've had some absolutely great times with Lee. But my lasting memory of Lee is him stood in the Havana in the DJ stand, you know, bobbing up and down, and
he's one-legged squats, remember them?
Yeah. Lee Harrison, what a fantastic lad, good-looking lad. And someone made a comment on the Alan Atwell's our pal who runs the Havana Facebook page, and cracking lad. Someone put a comment on that Huey, the DJ, made the Havana, and Atwell rightly said it wasn't just one person who done it. Now, I used to work in there. I was the maintenance officer.
It's all right.
I fixed the toilet seat. I put it on my neck and do it again. And Alan Atwell said that no, it was silly comment, because what it was that everybody was part of it. It was an era where the ecstasy, the music, and it was class, and, you know, and it was just a marvelous night out. But you know, Apple, you're right. Everyone did play a part, even the maintenance officer. I took a scooter on the dance floor one night, and Lee Harrison, God bless him, Dicko Quadrophenia, and I'm beeping the on the light on you know, motor scooter.
Fire used to shout Lee all the time. So.
Darren Alton said, thanks for the reply, mate. Being a follower well before you came onto social media, it's brilliant how you've changed your life around all the rest
thank
of
you,
it.
Thank you.
Good,
credit to you, Brian. You know.
Yeah, I just like last week with me and my wife now, 39 people we've saved now for committing suicide. We can't tell you the names, obviously, but then people out there, we're with you and God's with you, and we've told you that. We've helped them through the church and Jesus, and we've talked them down. We've got quite a few people.
That's great, and
getting into the church, and they've realised that when they've got God on their side, that they've got a willingness, and God, you're not on your own when God.
And do you know the credit of what you're saying there? What you're all saying there is that you've done that, you've helped them, and that, and you support them. They've come out that the other side of the tunnel. How many people are there?
Exactly.
And that's the good. That's the good.
Oh, big question. Big.
Right. Question for both lads. Looking back on your lives, what's one bit of advice you could give to young people? Thank you for your time. Back to Bush, that's that.
Do you want to go first?
You go first.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'll take yours is better than mine.
The regrets. What did you say? Regret? Did you say?
No. Just advice.
Advice. Sorry,
what's
advice? You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't have to commit acts to impress anyone. Be your normal self. Don't worry about what anyone's got to say, because you're the one. You know, it's your life. And you know, like I've done. I won't go into detail, but I've done some naughty stuff for other people. I've done it out of friendship, and I think what a waste. If I could have put more energy in the goodness, you know, which I do on a regular basis. You know, it's all negativeness. So any young person out there, be yourself. Just be your normal self. You don't have to kiss anyone's ass. Just be yourself.
I think one thing you shouldn't get into is drugs for a start.
Certainly.
Don't even start on a joint or anything. It starts at that. Escalates. Don't start selling drugs for the people. Don't be a sheep and follow. He said, "Oh, I'm making 20 quid a year." But you're running about for someone for 20 quid and they're making thousands of pounds. You're going to go to jail for a long time. It's called a mule, and it's not worth it. And the most important things you've got to do: get in a bit of sport, whether you like it or not. Walking, running. Anything, darts, anything, so it keeps your mind. But if you can do stuff where you're using your bit of boxing, things like that, weight training can help you a lot with mental health. If you have got mental health problems, don't be sitting there in fear and silent, because there's people out there you can ask for help, and there's loads of people you can ask me, I'll help you, and just live your life every day as if it was your last day. Don't think, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it. Just live your life every day.
You've got a few good questions now, some funny ones. Right, one said, fair play, Brian and Terry. Question, what would you have liked to have been career-wise, if not the criminality way you went? What would you have liked to have been, if you could have been anything?
Well, I would like to be Albert Pierpoint, the last hangman of Britain.
Hey, this story, this is true. This Albert Pierpoint. He hanged a lot of the Nazis after the war.
We'll tell us the last woman.
Yeah, he hanged a lot of people. That's what he done. So anyway, he was in what you used to get years ago when you were in, say, Durham or any jail. He'd go and he'd get paid to hang people. And
5 pence or 10 pence.
Yes,
At
£10 I think he got. £10 he used to get. So, but if he didn't turn up, if they did got a reprieve, he didn't get nothing. But he had to stay in the cell up for the night, whatever cell he slept in. But anyway, getting to the point. So this lad, he was a bit slow. So he said, I don't want a breakfast this morning. So he didn't have his breakfast. So he said to Albert Pierpoint, Mr. Pierpoint, you can't hang me. He said, why? Because I haven't had my breakfast. You've got to have a hearty breakfast before you get hanged. He said, I'm here son, to make sure you don't have your dinner. That's a true story. That's how ruthless he was.
But we only admitted in the end that Anne Ratty and what they call it, the two lads.
The kid on the roof.
I
know you mean.
Anyway, that let
him have it,
and it was never said apparently.
Well, the policeman said he made it up.
Yeah,
because he was on the roof and he was robbing it. He was 16-year-old. The one who shot the policeman. The one was 19. The one who was 19 had mental health problems. So they couldn't hang the 16-year-old.
So that's
kid.
Terrible.
And
because the law had to be shown to be done.
The policeman, 30, 40 years later, admitted before he died, he said, I just made it up. Because
the law had to be seen to be done.
The old gangster films were saying, let him have it, like James Cagney mean shoot someone. But he went, give him the gun, he went.
They won't take me alive, Ma, James Cagney. Well, I think that...
I'm on top of the world, Ma.
Marvelous,
what advice can you give for someone who is stuck in a conflict, one-upmanship that's got out of control? Where do you stop it and draw the line?
Well, I think it takes a mediator. I think it takes a friend, someone loyal. Both friends with both parties say, "Come on, Owie, what are you getting out of it?"
You can't go because if you're arguing with that person non-stop, you need something to be in the middle. I probably go on. Look,
show a bit of logic.
Brian said this, just the extra factor.
That's the only way to resolve. I've been in feuds, and I've
had things where people have had fights, and they both had a fight. And he's hit someone. I've gone around and said, "Look, Howie, you can't go to press charges."
See, but
you're not with. I'm not saying I've done it to threaten them. I've gone around because I'm their friend. So you're entitled to give an opinion. I've gone around and said to people, "You've had a fight. You got beat last night. You're a top kickboxer or whatever."
You got
you've dressed him up. I said, he went, "Yeah, you're right, Brian." He went and changed the statement and just said it was a fair fight. People get beat instead of just taking on the chin and think, "Well, we beat." If you're going to go back, go and have another fight. If you got beaten by whatever, I don't have a straight of things like that, but that's what we used to do. But I think for these days, people, it's just gone escalated.
If people out there think that they're being aggrieved, they're entitled to have the say. I've had a campaign on for 30 years. I'm not going to go into it. 30 years I've been fighting the case. And anyone out there knows me. They know the story about my little boy.
And I was there from the first day.
8-year-old boy left for dead by a paedophile, and that,
But I was
still fighting.
I was one of the first people to come round to the house when he was depressed.
Lee Duffy, Lee come round.
And I came with Dave Woody after that. You remember?
Lee wanted to kill him. But that's another story. But and I just feel as though, I'm still fighting the case. So what I'm saying is that if people feel as though they're being aggrieved, you're entitled to have your say. But I think if it's nonsense, you need the third party. Come on, now we're all friends together. No, I'll say this as well, Brian. I fell out with people, and I've even said to you, and I said that, not Tommy Addison, I said, Tommy, because I fell out, and don't you stop talking. And I would never do that because I think...
It's a good thing. I always...
you get old, it doesn't matter.
You might have someone you get on with, but I might not like that person, but it doesn't stop.
You wouldn't tell me not to talk to him.
Don't talk to Tommy Smith. And you say, don't talk to David Johnson.
I've had people say that to me. But,
why you talk to women? You're my friend. That's just like a 5-year-old child.
Whatever your politics with him, it's not my politics. And I just think that friendship's a marvellous thing, and I just feel as though that people... if it's unnecessary crap, get a say.
When I'm out, if I bump into somebody, I spill it. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. And you have to buy them a drink, or just say sorry about that, or if you're in the wrong, you do.
But a lot of it, the type of people say, "Oh, there's that
showing weakness."
It's
not showing weakness. It's more.
It's being polite.
It's being polite, and sometimes people take the kindness as weakness, but it's shame on them. That's their own fault.
I think this sort of, social media to me, I've never done it, with yourself, Brian, and I can hardly work the phone. But I think it's a positive thing. As long as it is done in a positive way, we can all say he said, I said, someone said, and
Yeah.
and crossfired each other. It doesn't matter.
There's no one in this
To me,
world.
to all that,
No one in this world who hasn't had an argument with someone or been in the wrong themselves
Yeah.
or been drunk and done something stupid and just go back and just say, I'm sorry about that.
Look,
it's easy to apologise, but some people take it, I'm not saying sorry to him. How dare they? I'm not sorry.
Well,
They're stupid the way they're going. Instead of just saying, look, you live your life and we'll live our life.
How
just
dare he?
Sounds like I'm off air, but I think
how dare he?
How very dare you? Yeah, Little Britain. Yeah, but people just have grievances over nothing, don't they, Stu? Like,
well, I can tell you the case. You know, Paul Salter, God bless him. God bless him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mickey Salter, God bless him.
Paul's his brother.
All right, Paul, if you're watching, Mickey Salter.
Yeah.
When they had trouble with the neighbour next to him, ended up stabbing him, killing him.
Yeah. Over nothing.
Yeah. Over
saving someone's life for nothing over.
And you've said it. How many times have you said it? Like kids when they're blocked up, and you said how many seconds it take to do that. You know, and you're right.
You kill
and
someone.
It's just getting that through to them.
Yeah, it's just what we're trying to do that now. Obviously, we've been asked to go to the prisons, haven't we?
Yeah.
Doncaster, we've got a lad who is the main bloke who in the North East.
Yeah, great.
We've got that. We're going to be going into the schools. We've got quite a few. We've got about 8 schools we've been asked for. It's all coming together now.
Police, you show some positivity.
We've had a couple,
people are listening.
We've had 2 mayors contact us wanting to help. If you need anything, just give us a shout. We've had MPs on the thingy. We've had people from America.
We've watched him. He's a bit of a backstabber.
Yeah. We've had the people from Australia on the. It's just phenomenal. Well, I'm just down under watching the cricket and they're brilliant. Just to somebody all that way, just to say hello to you. It's fantastic. I always answer everyone, talk to everyone, and be polite to everyone and anyone. And I think that's the best way to live your life.
We've been out, Brian. We've had some great times. Great times debt collecting. Great times in the rough of it. Great times, you know. We know before we get there what they're going to come out with, and we look at each other. We used to bounce off each other as we don't today. But people would come up with all the excuses. You know, on the Anthony's Budgie's dad, I think one might have been.
Anthony's Budgie's died. He's in the hospital getting his wing took. All the excuses in the world. The next minute they're in the pub drinking.
We don't want the money. It's not about the money. It's about the principle. And Brian, I said, that's good. I couldn't agree with you more. And I said, I agree with you as well, Brian. Right, you keep the principle, we'll have the money.
It was only a couple of times.
But fun.
Taxi drivers once, remember? We got it with them when he had. We don't want anything. You just keep it. That's right. We had to do him a favour back, if you remember.
The guy was decent. We said, you right, I don't want the money. Yours, right? Thank you very much. It was all good fun, all a laugh, and
we never went to people's houses, kicked doors in. We never threatened people. We just said, look. Do you own the money? You don't want a load of people come around horrible, and especially when you're doing horrible. If you owe the money, do the right thing. We can sort out. When you owe £500, just pay £50 a month.
We always went with. We always went and said, look, how do you want to resolve this? We can help and support you. I mean, we were lining our pockets. Don't get me wrong.
Put it this way, it wasn't. Don't pay, we'll take it away.
It wasn't.
We were like them bailiffs. We're not like them. Don't pay, we'll take it away.
I'm not wearing one of them uniforms. But it was fun. It was a laugh. But people think they've done this, they've done that. We always went being polite. We never had any screaming and bawling. No. Not once, I don't recall. We don't know.
And have you got any debts? And they go, he told me that. Well, that was easy what you've done. Wait a minute, we've had to go through all this stuff in the streets of all the bands we've gone through and everything to get that reputation to get it.
We used to laugh. We'd have a laugh. We'd go to one house and we'd see the curtain twitching. Or we'd go to one house and they had that problem with them over the road and the curtain would be twitching. And you knock at the door.
But you know, any job when you first started, it's quite hard. But in the end, you realise the right words to trigger words. You can tell by the body language. You can tell by if they're going to cause trouble. You just know all the stuff. You can tell if they've got a weapon on them. You just know when you're in that game. It's like anything in it. So
the only time what I can recall, the only time I ever really got angry was that idiot with the horses up with them.
Yeah. They had a horse in the garden.
That was the only time I got angry.
I thought it was out in the West Texas town.
Oh, the Deadwood stages coming on over the hill.
What's the horse doing in Emlington? 2 or 3 horses.
Yeah.
It was only little and all. He went on the thingy. one of them Shetland ponies that went on there.
Yeah,
Simon
good.
Cowell that was singing. He said, "Why you sound bad?" He said, "I'm only a little horse."
Yeah, well, I was Stephen. No, I was Stephen. Beg your pardon. Me.
Just like to say, our friend Maniok. Absolutely.
Hello, Maniok.
Simon Ambler, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and our friend Alan Video Man from Liverpool.
AJ Reviews Film.
AJ Reviews Film.
Get on his channel.
Yeah, he's a brilliant kid. He's trying to build his channel up.
He's spoke to him today.
Yeah, he's a lovely
lad.
Yeah,
hello, Alan. Nice to speak to you, mate.
He's our stepson now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not adopting your son. That's the same. I've got enough kids.
He can be your Uncle Terry.
Yeah, Uncle Terry, yeah.
What you get me for Christmas?
He's a scouser.
Anyway, listen,
he's a good man.
Robert Sugar, I've already give a shout out to.
Yeah, Robert.
Love Robert.
I think I might be leaving a 3-piece suite. We're still working in the shop.
Yeah, we need a new one.
Yeah, we need a new 3-piece suite, Robert.
I've got to say hello to me childhood pal. I've been in trouble all my life. Norman Victor Cornelius Howard.
Oh yeah, you've got to get that in, haven't you? Cornelius. I thought you were Cornelius.
I'm in the dughouse again, Nosh. The missus flung me out, and she got me an escort to get the boys in.
He's got the world record. He's got the world record and kicked out the house more than anyone in history.
I don't tell her I love her.
You'll be back in by tonight.
Oh no, before me go on, just for Leslie.
Oh, you will. I'll have to do my torture in my own house.
Yeah, he's back and forth more than. It's like that. No, the sea's home and away. Yes. So, what do you think's going on?
Well, now
for yourself and young Terry Dicko now coming what's different from now than 30 years ago?
Well, I've still got that determination. I don't know when to stop. I don't know when to give in.
Yeah, which I
that's the quality. But I
you don't like injustice, do you?
No, I hate injustice. I hate that. I love a wind up. I love a bit of crack in the pub, and but no, I don't. But
when you do it, and then you know if somebody's
we know the level. I'll buy anyone a drink. I was having a bit of fun. I would never blatantly just humiliate someone. No, we can all have a laugh and a bit of fun. And that's what I say in the pub. I said he's gone now, the lad. I can't even think the kid's name. Last August, he'd sit there quiet in the corner. And I said to him I went and sat with him. I was talking to the barman. He's always on his own. So I said, do you want to? I said, I'm going to have to. Do you want a pint? No, I'm all right. Thank you. All right. And anyway, I'd known him for a few years, seen him in the pub. And anyway, he passed away, God bless him. But just a quiet, inoffensive man. But what my point I'm saying is that it's nice just to make someone feel a little bit special.
Look at that, how much my wife loves me. Look at that. The only thing she said, I love you, she said, from behind the computer. What a lovely girl, isn't she?
Look at that, I'm left out again.
Everyone who comes here, from Terry, from Marty Chen, for Robbo, we went last week, we got Robbo.
Yeah.
We had a nice
Peter, hello, Peter. Hello, Marty.
Marty bought us chips and stuff, and we had
didn't take me the pair of so-and-so.
We had a couple of oranges.
Where's my chips?
Yeah, Robbo, 666.
I've had enough of you, Marty.
Marty, tell that 666 to behave himself.
What about when you dropped the pint?
Well, I dropped the pint all over the table, right?
Where was this?
Robbo, and squeezed it out of the tissue and got his pint back. The tissue on the table.
He had Barry's chip thing in it.
He had chips and everything in his pint. It was funny. We went to there down the North Gare.
Yeah.
Looked at the old little.
Is them tunnel still there? No, can you go down there now?
Yeah, you can still go down, but you stay out. What are they called?
The fisherman's cabin. We took a lot of pictures for Dave.
Oh yeah, what they call Paddy's Hall, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, lovely to live there, wasn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
There was some kids doing a bit of storing down there. One of them got Cockerill.
Yeah. But there's we went down there. Then we went down to Salt Bear. Lovely down Salt Bear.
I used to go there winkling when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Then go up the farms on the cliff.
Our mate Vic has the sunbed place there. Don't need a fish shop. Rebecca,
it's a little Victorian town, isn't it?
Yeah,
lovely Salt Bear.
Yeah, it's like going back to, like you said, they have the Victorian, like it's just like.
Well, do you know what I want to do? I want to go to Whitby. I want to go to the Goth weekend.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said to me, Mister, I think that might be a no, because he'd flung me out.
Well,
the boys.
I've been on the day, before the night. I've gone the night. I've seen them.
I think, I love the individuality. They express themselves and good on them.
Yeah, for certain.
But look at that young kid that got killed and kicked all over the two of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Killed for being a goth. Leave people alone. People are expressing themselves. We're not all the same. We're all different.
Exactly. Some people are different.
Yeah,
they want to be different. They want to be different. They want to have pink hair and yellow hair. Let them have it. So.
Pink hair.
Yeah, exactly.
I did.
like fluorescent pink lipstick.
Yeah.
Don't be staying here, the others. Again.
And
we like to just thank Kenny Williams for doing the hair
he's
for
feeling a bit perky.
her friend.
And we shouted out to Tom.
Tom, yes, Tom.
Oh, yes.
Tom, our absolutely brilliant lad.
Thank you, Kez, for doing my hair.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
is Tommy still on holiday?
Yeah, he's still away.
Well, I wish you all the best, Tom.
He's training well, he'll be out soon.
Yeah, it'd be great. It's just, everyone up there, we just love everyone. Just hope everyone's okay. Get the gym, do a bit of training, eat properly, stop lazing, like staying in bed all day depressed because it's the worst thing you do.
How did it go with John Elite? You were telling me.
John, lovely bloke, lovely bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely bloke. He's on obviously on the YouTube channel on
Good on it, good on him.
From Albanian he is. Really tough lad, tough.
Lovely man.
Not scared of no one, but he's got a heart of a lion, but he's soft as well.
Gentleman, isn't he?
Absolute gentleman.
That's a good compliment.
Absolutely brilliant with kids. He wants to help kids. He's got to come to see us when he comes.
Yeah.
But he's helping kids over there. Don't do what I've done. Brian's right. We're speaking to the children.
Yeah.
He wouldn't want his children to be what he done. I wouldn't. I want the kids up to there, maybe nephews and nieces and things. So we don't want to. It's not worth it.
Everybody, as people get older in life and they realise what a lot of things. What is as you get older, you don't produce the testosterone what you produce naturally, but it's
mellows
so you don't. It does mellow you. It does. Yeah. I think I'm in the bed. Me, I'm in a good place, you know.
You look good.
I'm in a good place in my life, and I'm happy.
You don't look good.
Make it 20, I'll come back.
Get that garden finished, well.
That's 40.
Yeah, we had good years. John Graham, good lad, when he used to do the doors. He always looked after us when I was younger.
I've got to get in touch with John. So
the book, Brian Cockerill, Lee Duffy, the Taxman and Teesside, still got it here. If you need anyone, we can deliver it, post it. We've also got that with books being nearly 1,000 being sold now, but flew. We've got the original one with myself in the old days when I was crazy, all the mad stories, the Taxman. Still available if you want it. Did one with Charlie Bronson, Salty Fitness. That's available as well. Yeah, so I'll give you one of them, Terry. Just not that the garden money. And then, we
got the fire going, but the rubbish is left.
Charlie, sorry about that. Him, not me. It'll be out soon.
Charlie, last time I spoke to you, I was at Steve's house, and I sang you the song.
It was funny.
But he said, I'm loving it, I'm loving it.
But I hope he gets his parole.
Wish you all the best, mate.
Paedophile, murderers, rapists and everything. They need less than him. That man's done his jail. He should be released. I mean, obviously it's disgusting what they're doing to him. He's not got in there.
And I don't think they make his life any easier.
I
think they make put obstacles in front of him.
Of course, so he kicks off.
You can't. He's got to bite his tongue. I'm going through the same thing. With certain parties.
I'm the same.
And orchestrated by the so-called protectors of the Teesside. They've orchestrated it. They've got me down to killing people and God knows what, but that's another story. But I say to anyone,
sometimes you've got to just take it on the chin and take it. And then
when you're getting baby angle, it's difficult.
Of course,
So you got to try. And I do. I manage it now. I couldn't manage it one down. I just wanted revenge. Revenge is not the answer. I believe that I'm in a better place.
I think when you get if you're going to do revenge, do it properly.
So it'll come right if you put faith. You put faith and it comes right. It comes right.
God, if you pray to God like I've been doing and Jesus and that, and you just keep believing that He will serve justice because vengeance is ours, says the Lord. So
I think today you've done a brilliant podcast. You too.
I
think it's been absolutely marvellous.
Thank you.
So we've got 3 minutes left. I'd say to finish. Terry.
Speedy Gonzales, why don't you come home?
Positive thing for people to.
On the positive note, the finishing note. To any young kids out there, any young lads, we are very approachable. If anyone wants to ask me any advice or ask Brian any advice, approach me in the street. I'm a very approachable man, and say Brian's the same. Don't follow the path we've followed. It's a waste of time. I can honestly say this, even though I've said what's gone on in my life with my son and whatever else. I've had police officers pull me and said, keep at it, Terry. Reflect on us all. So don't look at them all as though they're all bad, even though, I've got issues with them and issues right up the chain of command. But look, life's a better place to be living, and living comfortably, and living without trouble, without fear, without bullying and abuse. And a lot of it's keyboard warriors doing things and nasty things coming on, telling us about ourselves. What we don't need that. No. We don't need to respond to negative thoughts. Just keep positively going and just keep yourselves right. Get yourselves a job, get yourself training. Whatever you do the best of your ability. And that's my positive note. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, everyone who's listened in. Go on, I'll let you have a go.
Just remember, Jesus is real. If you need any help, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. Get your friends to subscribe. We can help more people. I just want to wish everyone a nice bank holiday. Take care. God bless you all.
And also, before I go, so my little nephew Roman, I love you, son. See you soon. Well, I enjoyed it.
Brilliant.